At the core of most world religions today, there is the written word. A holy book, holy scriptures, or texts. Thanks to this, a Christian today can tell the same myths in an almost identical fashion to a medieval literate Christian. These stories would be identical after thousands of years. This is not the case for mythologies like the Greek or the Norse. The resources we have of these beliefs are written down, but the texts they wrote were not the final authority of their belief. Instead, Greek and Norse mythology are dependent on oral tradition and transmission, therefore they can be wildly different. There were three different groupings of people who believed these religions. People in the same town, commune or clan who could communicate freely. People in the same shared wider area who communicated less often. And finally, people in different geographical locations entirely who could not communicate at all. Different people in the same town, clan or commune may describe gods or events differently. Even the same person telling the same story on a different day can give a wildly different account. Some parts may be emphasised and other parts may be unmentioned entirely. Stories would still be mostly the same throughout this group. Ideas were easily exchanged and their mythologies would remain, to some extent, internally consistent. On a larger scale, ideas would be more distant, but could still be notably similar. In Scandinavia, communication was shared between the groups. In Greece, the islands talked to each other. The myths did change, but they kept each other in check, and they changed together. If people talked less often, then myths could grow to be less similar. Northern and Western Germanic people had differences in belief. Different names like Odin, Woden or Wotan, or different relations with certain gods like Ulla. If people stop exchanging ideas altogether, then their beliefs can quickly and fundamentally diverge. In 3000 BC, there was a mythology based around modern-day Turkey. This group of people took their belief with them wherever they went, and two notable groups emerged, but they were no longer talking to each other. This allowed the stories and mythologies to change and morph until the two groups had two beliefs that were entirely different. These are the Greek and Norse mythologies. They first appeared in what is modern-day Turkey as the same Indo-European religion, but their languages and ideas spread from Turkey to form the Greek and Germanic worlds. Without a written text as an anchor to each other, their united belief could morph and alter until they believed totally different things.